we're going to create sustainable communities, we need to work with disadvantaged individuals and support them, and CLCs are a key part of that.
I think one of the real strengths of the project has been the diversity within the network of champions.
The badminton group I've established has been really successful. I became a community learning champion because I felt I had a lot to offer the community.
St Mungo's is a homeless charity and they've got different types of projects. They wanted to put a drama workshop on.
I run a peer support workshop or group. During the meeting, each person sets themselves a goal. It started off with simple things, you know, get a Oyster card and things like that, you know, but people are now sort of, they've got it into their head that they can do things for themselves.
You smoke, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah. How many are you smoking a day, usually?
Probably around 15.
We've had a lot of interest from lots of people across the borough to volunteer. They're very out and about and visible, which is exactly what we wanted the Health Champions to do, is spread the word around healthy lifestyles.
This is Barnaby's Growing Paradise project for Paradise area.
The Learning Champions are actually engaging the local community into a food growing programme.
We get them out of the house, come and meet us, grow a few vegetables, take some home, have them on your dinner. Surprising, just little things like that make people actually want to come out, and once they've started doing something, it's like, what's next, what's next, what's next?
I think it encourages people to realise that it's not just them in the house in an area, that there are things that they can go and do, whether it's gardening or whether it's knitting, you know, they can do something that they enjoy doing.
What our job was to try and encourage people to go into education, training and employment.
That was going around checking out venues and then going around on outreach to local people.
Anywhere and everywhere, basically.
And getting them to join up for local training courses, information, advice and guidance, and the local job shop.
You know, we can do all of those things by leaflets and by advertising in the local Guardian. But in the community, in a deprived community, when people don't feel so good about themselves, it's word of mouth that needs to happen.
In some of our areas, there is this aspirational poverty where people expect very little of themselves. And I suppose in my role as community learning champion, I would like to increase people's confidence and to increase people's awareness of themselves so they expect more of themselves.
As you can see, this is the NEAT Centre, which houses our organisation. And NEAT simply stands for Nightingale Education and Training. Because I know what it's like to have been out there. I've been, as a young guy living in Hackney for over 40 odd years, I mean, I've been in the gangs, I've seen all the stuff that's been happening. And I think at the end of the day, if people like myself don't put something back into the community, we're ashamed.
If I've got the attitude I can do it, then I pass it on to my children, and I want that for everybody else to do as well, you know, pass it on to people around them.
That's the major difference with CLCs, that they taught the same language, they've had the same life experiences, and they can say it doesn't have to be like it's been for the last 20 or 30 years. It doesn't have to be like it was for your parents or your friends. It can be different, and I'm an example of that. Come on board and I will help and support you to do that.
It inspires confidence, and confidence is infectious, and that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to infect our neighbourhoods with confidence.
We had an initial 2 weeks intensive course.
I really want you to think of a good way of displaying your journey.
It was the first bit of education I've had since like 13 years of age, so it's pretty nerve-wracking, but when I got there, it was, yeah, really interesting.
And it taught us really how to relate to different people in different ways.
Learning is an excellent key of bringing the community together. For the simple reason is, what do you find that, like even on a course like the Community Learning Champions, you had over 40 different community learners that was actually on this training course. So, and they were coming from different age groups, different backgrounds. You know, it just brings them into a different mindset to think that, look, I've got a team of people here now that's supporting me. I've got a team of friends now that I can speak to, and that in itself is encouraging.
What the training really tries to do is make them recognise that actually they've got a huge amount to offer just through their life skills, and that's what we want to take back out into the community, because that's what resonates with people.
I think Learning Champions galvanise the project because they have that extra support to build their confidence, to be able to really engage with other residents confidently.
This has really put recognition on those hidden learners that were never discovered.
It has transformed some people's lives. It has opened up so many opportunities for them.
I've noticed a lot of changes to the learners, specifically confidence levels. Some of them told me before they didn't used to go out and really socialize, and now they feel they can speak up more.
Even my English, I didn't speak English that much. When I speak to the group, when I play, I'm really confident. Yeah.
I feel very stressful at home with children, and I suffer of depression, and I feel good, yeah.
We have lots of project partners who are based locally, and I think there's real bonds of big society right here in King's Cross.
The sense of reward that you feel, and just to see somebody saying, well, look, oh no, I didn't want to get involved in the first place, and all of a sudden now that they've embraced this thing.
It's great. When you see somebody smile because they realise they can actually do it, it's good. You just go all smiley on the inside.
Since I've become a community learning champion, I have been busier, which is, I find, I like it.
It's more trendier now to go and do training courses.
The estate's changed dramatically, confidence-wise, self-esteem-wise. There's a lot more community spirit now.
I know I have a lot more confidence because I'm usually quite a shy person, so from this a lot more confidence, genuinely approaching people. Yeah, all right, thank you.
All the time I was homeless and on drugs and that. This is the sort of thing I want. I always had it in my head that when I eventually sort my life out, that's the sort of thing I wanted to be doing. Yeah, it's cool because it's something I've wanted for years. It's actually feeling now that it is achievable. Before it was kind of a distant dream that was probably never going to happen. But I can see now that it is achievable.
Although funds are going to be very tight over the next few years, we shouldn't work on the principle that just because there isn't funding coming directly from central government for CLCs, that we should stop doing it. In fact, it's the opposite. What's been clear, it's been proved to work, it's been proved to be really a real asset to those local communities. It fits in with the government's thinking on big society, and actually local authorities should make the resources available to carry on this great work.